What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over ticker symbol TTCF. This was requested by a subscriber to my channel to go over from a fundamental perspective. Personally, I'm not invested in TTCF, and doing this fundamental analysis and going over the technical charts and all that kind of stuff might change that. So stay tuned to later in the video and I'll let you guys know what my thoughts are moving forward and all that kind of stuff. But before we go in and hop into all this DD and all that kind of stuff, if you guys can do me a huge favor and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers, and each like and each subscribe that I get really helps me propel myself forward in this YouTube journey. I just started this channel a couple weeks ago, and I'm really hoping that I can continue this movement forward because I really like stocks. I really like making videos for you guys, and I really love talking about this kind of stuff because boy, this one got me hyped. So let's hop on into this. So the huge thing that I want to talk about first is like with Tattoo Chef and everything like that. Tattoo Chef is a growth company. I want to emphasize that Tattoo Chef is a growth company. This company is like, the only comp that I could find, the TTCF right now, is Monster Energy. And Monster Energy, I believe, if I'm correct here in Webull, is trading at like is at a 95 billion market cap. Let me see here. Oh, my bad. 50 billion market cap. And just to give you a hint, if you want to hop on over here to Webull, this is Monster Energy. It's trading at $95.29, and it's got a $50 billion market cap. TTCF right now has an estimated around $2 billion market cap, but right now it's trading around, I think it was like 1.6. And honestly, it looks really, really, really nice to me. But let's hop on back over here and take a look at the EPS trend for this. Now, what EPS stands for is earnings per share. So this kind of helps calculating your PE ratio and all that kind of stuff. But the huge thing that I want everyone to just keep in mind here is not the EPS, but take a look at the revenue estimates. So for the current quarter, they're estimated at around 46.4 million, and the low end of it's 44.8, and the high is 48 million. It's from two analysts. But the huge thing that I really want to focus on is this current year. So they're estimated to have around $224 million of revenue. It's a 50% growth over last year, which is absolutely insane. Like, I personally, like, taking a look at the products, understanding what the products are, and then like going into the stores and looking at it, I could see them beating this personally. Like, I could see it being around, like, I'm going to be bullish here. I'm going to say around $250 million in revenue, like, which would just be utterly insane because that level of growth is here. But the huge thing with this is their revenue, they're growing 50%, they're growing 36% estimated of next year. I wouldn't be surprised if that bumps up to 40 or 50% year over year because they're in a very competitive field. Like, freezer food is a very competitive area and you got to be on the cutting edge of it, kind of thing. And I personally see TTCF as not just like a 1 year trade, but like a 5 or 10 year. Because what they're doing is they're making these delicious meals, and they're literally, I could see them getting in the snacks. I could see them getting in the different things. Like, I could see TTCF becoming larger than just frozen food. But I don't see that happening this year. I see it maybe happening next year and into the following year. So maybe. But the other thing that I wanted to also highlight, one of the things that I immediately look for in a stock is what is their liabilities and what is their assets. Are their liabilities really high, or are their assets really high? In this case, we can see right here, 266,683 is their total assets. Their total liabilities is around 32,339, which is actually really good. So they have a lot more assets on hand They have roughly about, it looks like $200 million just sitting doing nothing, which is phenomenal for a growth company. Like just having $200 million that you can just say, okay, we want to go spend it on something. Let's go spend it on something kind of thing. That's really awesome. The other thing that I really wanted to highlight was where Tattoo Chef is right now. They're in Bristol Farms, they're in Costco, they're in Target, they're in Sam's Club, and they're in Walmart. Now, when I was looking up a lot of the stores had about 4, maybe 5 or 6 products, and Tattoo Chef has more products than that. And what this tells me is that these stores are doing essentially what's called a trial run. So what they'll do is they'll either give them like half a door in the freezer section, or like maybe like an end door or something like that, and just see how the product does and how quickly the product goes from on the shelf to off the shelf and how quickly they have to restock it. And from everything that I've found, the product is getting on the shelf and it's getting off the shelf really quickly, and they're having problems restocking it. Now, that's one of the problems that TTCF might run into is, can they keep the supply chain going and getting the products from distributors into the actual stores and then into customers' hands? With growing 50%, that's going to be a very difficult thing to do, but I think they can do it. And if they do it, I think they're going to hit it out of the park this year. And I'm really looking forward to like summertime to see how they take off, because I think personally they're going to take off come summertime. And that's part of the reason why I'm wanting to save my prediction and what I'm doing to the end of this. But the other thing that I want to do is take a look, like, yes, Tattoo Chef has products that you can buy in the store, but you can also do e-commerce and you can buy things here. The website is really simple and really easy to use. The pictures are really vibrant. Like, this is very easy for me to do, and I could place an order and be done very quickly. So really, that's my huge thing. And they're an e-commerce giant, and they're also in regular stores. They've got the 1-2 combo right there. And if they can get their supply chain under wraps and ensure that they don't have any problems with their supply chain, get yourselves ready, because oh my God, just buy it all up. Just buy it all up. So this is another store that I haven't seen, but this was one that I found on Reddit, and you can literally see that they have they have like half a door right now here of this. And honestly, I think they could get a full entire door. This is another one here this one looks like more like a full door here. So between those two alone, like, it's huge. Like, the fact that they're only getting a door, once they start getting 2 or 3 and they can get the product in there and consistently have it on the shelf, they just get to end customers' hands, it's going to be phenomenal kind of thing. And the other thing that I really want to highlight is Tattoo Chef is still a very young company. And honestly, the president, Stephanie, seems like, when I listen to her on the, she's a chief operating officer. When I listened to her on the earnings calls, she was hungry. She sounded hungry. She was like, let's get into more stores. Let's get this going kind of thing. And she was very hungry. And that's what I love to hear when I want to invest in a stock, is someone that's in that C-level suite of people being extremely hungry, saying like, let's get in there. Let's just break down the door and let's put our product in every single door and then sell it out so we have the whole entire aisle kind of thing. Like, I really think Tattoo Chef personally could be a huge company, not just in a 1-year perspective, but I honestly think in probably 5 or 10 years, I think this could be a very long-term investment that is worth holding on to. So from a chart perspective, we can go ahead and hop over here in the Webull and take a look at Tattoo Chef. So Tattoo Chef right now is trading about $19.19. And it seems like this is on the lower end of what the stock has been trading at. I mean, it does have a 52-week low of $10.33 and a 52-week high of $28.64. So we're roughly about in the 50 percentile between those 2 points. So we're pretty even between there. But the huge thing that I'm taking a look at is really it's been beat down here for a while. So personally, and I'll reveal it to you guys, on Monday, I'm going to be loading the boat on Tattoo Chef. Yes, I understand that if you look at Yahoo Finance and all those kinds of things, they have a very bearish outlook of it. But I'm not going to play this for 1 year. I'm not going to play this for 2 years. I'm going to play this for 5 or 10 years down the road kind of thing. And that's when you do that's what you do in investing. You play these stocks for 5 or 10 years. You don't play it for 1 year kind of thing. You play it for a very long period of time. And this is going to be one of my long-term holdings, because taking a look at the RSI, it's sitting here at 43. The MACD indicates that it's in a very bearish territory because it's below the equilibrium, and this signal is above the MACD. If we look here at a micro perspective on the stock, you can see it literally sold and then just consolidated here at this whole entire time. And this is actually really solid consolidation here. I mean, we touched oversold here, and we almost touched it here, so it wasn't the best. But when we really take a look at it from this kind of perspective, it looks really good. And then we had a nice rally here pretty much into the close, and then sold off sadly into the bell, which isn't the best thing. But when I see this stock right now at $19, which its current market cap is $1.56 billion, and it's valued around a $2 billion market cap, I'm going to load the boat on it. I'm going to put my money down on it. And that's what I'm going to be doing on Monday morning, is I'm going to be loading the boat on Tattoo Chef. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice or anything like that, but the DD that I have found and the reading that I have done and the products that I have seen and all that kind of stuff tells me that this is not a short-term play. This is definitely a long-term play, and this is a very good stock and a very good growth opportunity that I am going to get behind, because hopping in at $19, I am absolutely going to do. If it gets down lower to $18 or something like that, I'm only going to increase my position on it. I'm going to have shares and I'm going to have options of it, but looking at this, I thought I was bullish on Tesla, but don't get me wrong, I am still bullish on Tesla, but now I am also bullish on Tattoo Chef, because this is phenomenal and the growth there is just could get bananas really quickly. And personally right now, I think the stock is actually very undervalued and should be trading around that $25 mark. And I could possibly see it 2xing depending on how the summer time frame goes. Because summertime, you normally see more of an increase of people buying frozen food because they're going on vacations and all that kind of stuff. So, and I personally, I cannot believe, and thank you so much for having me look into this stock. I can't remember what your name is off the top of my head, and I deeply apologize, but thank you so much for looking at it. Actually, I feel really bad now, so I need to look this up. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. But really, when it comes down to Tattoo Chef, I think it is a great growth opportunity, and it is a great opportunity for us to get in at a lower point and find that. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Anything below really $20, I'm going to be loading the boat on Tattoo Chef. So back to orthodoxy. I deeply apologize, but thank you so much for having me look this up. This will be a stock that I'm going to be investing in come on Monday. Kind of I can't believe that I've overlooked it, but thank you so much for having me taking a look in this, because now I see the reason why a lot of people are bullish on Tattoo Chef. But that's what I got for you guys today. If you guys can do me a huge favor and hit that like button, absolutely obliterate it, tickle it, do whatever you need to do to make sure that it turns blue, and then hit that subscribe button. When you hit that like button and that subscribe button, it gets YouTube's algorithm out to another person and saying, hey, take a look at this video kind of thing. Also, I'm on the path to 1,000 subscribers, so each one of you guys who subscribe to my channel and stay subscribed to my channel, I greatly appreciate it, and thank you so much for your support. If you guys have any ticker symbols that you want me to review down below, please put them down below, because I love reviewing stocks and it helps me take a look at other sectors within the stock market. I'm primarily a heavy growth and tech person, and that's the reason why I wasn't really looking at Tattoo Chef, because Tattoo Chef is, yes, growth, but it's more in the frozen foods section versus being in like a technological area, fintech kind of area. And I really want to diversify my portfolio and make sure that I'm well-rounded in these areas. But that's what I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.